everybody? Welcome to a special edition of the Fan Club. I got my buddy Cliff Conrad in the building. We have some very, very special news for you guys, okay? We've been talking for a while, and you guys might have heard Dubuque is getting a semi-professional soccer team, and I am super duper excited. Cliff, why don't we get right into it? Why don't you tell me about this a little bit?
Yeah, so we've been working on this for probably close to 10 months now. I think back in January, February I first had some of these talks with some people around here that I know who've kind of been in the soccer scene, and I kind of went to them and said, look, am I crazy? And before that even, it kind of started with the concept of this would be something that'd be really cool to have in town. And the time it took for me to go from it'd be really cool to have to why not just do it yourself wasn't a whole lot of time at all. And so I went and I talked to these guys and said, am I crazy? And a lot of them said, no, that's actually a really good idea. So we've been working on it since about then. Things have gone really fast. So we've been really trying to be diligent about staying on top of things and really working to get where we need to be in order to start playing next year.
For sure, most definitely. We love sports around here. We've got the hockey team. We got all the high school teams. We got a few college teams. And I think it'd be awesome to have a soccer team. I know soccer's pretty big around here. We start them from 4 years old and on up here. You know, we breed these little soccer athletes, and I think it's going to be awesome. Are there any details you can tell me? First of all, what is the team's name?
Sure. So we're called Union Dubuque Football Club, Union Dubuque FC. So when we were looking to pick out a name, I kind of wanted to find something that the city could kind of connect with, but at the same time would be meaningful.
For sure.
And so kind of looking back to the beginning of kind of Dubuque's history, I was looking all through, encyclopedias and whatnot, and I found that kind of a theme throughout Dubuque, and that's that there's never really been one thing or one people group or one industry that's kind of defined Dubuque. You know, it's always been, going back to the very beginning, it was Julian Dubuque and the settlers that were here, as well as the Native Americans. And then past that, fast forward a couple, 150 years or so, it was, simultaneously Irish and Germans. And so it was never just like, oh, this is a purely, Irish city or a purely American, whatever you want to call it. And then even going into things like industry, it's never been just mining or just millwork. It's always been a combination. And so I kind of started to think about ways that we could represent that while not picking like a mascot or anything that would kind of not divide, but kind of leave out and not tell the whole story of Dubuque. So that's kind of why we went with the name Union, and that's what we'll go by.
Dude, I love it. When I first saw the logo, if you guys haven't seen the logo, check it out on their official Facebook page. It's got like the Julian Dubuque monument, and I love it. And it's something cool to me because for sure that no one else is gonna have that logo.
Yeah.
You could be 100, like there's 100 Bobcats, there's 100 Mustangs,
Right.
But Union, it's cool, and I really liked what you said about the community as a whole. No matter who you are, your background, what you think. We're all one.
Right.
We're all Dubuquers, and we're part of this union. I really liked it, man.
Yeah, so two quick things. First, I got to give a shout out to Mabe Design Company. So they're the ones who actually worked with on our logo. So I had drawn up something initially. It looked horrible. You're not going to see it ever. And I sent it to Jackie Mabe. She owns and works at Mabe Design Company. And I said, hey, can you work with us? And so she sent us some things, and we said, we kind of like the idea of having the monument in there. Can we work on whatever? And what she came back with was basically right there. That was it. There was like the tiniest little change, and I'm like, that's the one.
Wow.
We're gonna go with that. And we've actually gotten several compliments on it from other teams, like the commissioner of our league has commented on it, and other things like that. And so good. I'm forgetting where I was gonna go with that second point. It was related to what you said, but now I'm forgetting.
About the union.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of goes back to the soccer. It's the world's game. No one is excluded in soccer, especially at the highest level. Their whole motto is it's for everyone. No racism, no division, no anything. It's for everyone. And so that's one of the reasons that I think Union is a particularly fitting name for our club.
Yeah, I love it. So when are we going to start playing games? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, so 2018 is what I can definitely tell you. Spring 2018 is what I can say officially. So as as you'll be seeing this video, you'll be hearing that we've joined the United Premier Soccer League,
Woo-hoo.
which is a national league. Currently, there's over 100 teams all the way from Los Angeles to the Northeast.
Wow.
And so we're going to be fitting into the Midwest division of the UPSL.
Dude, that's awesome. So when you say that you're fitting into this division, what kind of players are we going to see out there? Are we going to see, fresh out of high school players, college players, a little bit older?
Sure. So that's a great question. And at this level, it kind of ranges. So it's officially amateur.
Okay.
So we're not currently planning to pay anyone anything because that can put some people's amateur status at stake.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
so one of the reasons for that is we will draw, at least in some way, on college players who must retain that amateur status to keep playing for their college.
Okay, for sure.
So it kind of depends. Basically, anyone who's got what it takes to play at this level, the other leagues in this level, other teams, you'll see a lot of players anywhere from coming up through high school to just after high school, to people in college, to people who have gone on from college, and even some former professionals at this level. So it's not uncommon to see players just from a really wide kind of swath of people.
Oh, dude, awesome. I think that's great. If there's players out there watching this that, they're soccer athletes and they're ready to be on the team, where can they go? Is there a training camp you're going to do? Is there some type of tryouts, or what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now on our website is uniondfc.com. There's a little section called contact, and underneath that you can find some information about our future tryouts. And there's a link you can click on to put your name on a list, and we'll contact you basically whenever we finalize the details for that tryout. And so we'll be having an open tryout for a lot of people, and then for players that myself and some of the coaches have identified, there will be an invitational tryout as well.
Cool. So you heard it here, folks. If you are an athlete that possess all the skills, the leadership, and the commitment, go to the website and get a hold of Cliff, man. We would love to have you guys, and I'm gonna be there at games too. I'm super excited to cover you guys, watch you guys, see you guys grow as a team. Is there anything else we want to say about the team before we go, man? Let us know. Anything
Sure.
you can say, you can't say, let it be known now.
All right, so can say. Well, let's start with the can't says real quick.
Okay.
So we have in place a place we're going to play. We have a head coach already lined up. I can't tell you that just yet, but stay tuned for that. What I can tell you is that we as a club, we've kind of made our purpose to be as professional as we can about what we do kind of from day one, even though we might be playing in what people might call minor league soccer. And we kind of as a club, we've purposed to be as good as we can. And so some of our long-term plans that I'm more than comfortable to share with you is to bring in some sort of developmental youth program, because that's one of the ways that soccer really grows in this country. And our goal isn't just to be something here for Dubuque, although that is really the driving force behind it. We want to do whatever we can to play our part in the growth of soccer in America, ultimately. So that's a big reason behind what we've done, and one of the things that we kind of at least keep in the back of our minds as we go forward.
Oh, for sure. Most definitely. If you guys don't know, we love soccer, but I think it's one of those sports that keeps growing, but it needs to grow more in our communities. I mean, everyone's kind of up on American football and basketball, but soccer is right there, right under it. It's got buzz every single year, and I'm agree with you 100% that we do need to expand a little bit more with people, with the athletes, and build some bigger and stronger people through soccer.
Sure. Yeah, no, I think soccer is one of the few sports in America you could say is genuinely growing, and it's noticeable.
It is, yes.
I mean, you look at all the controversies around football and concussions and all those things going on, and you get a lot of parents who are worried about, if my kid plays football, is he gonna, get CTE when he grows up or something like that?
For sure.
But soccer is something you can look and year over year you can see that there's more people playing, that it's growing, especially in the younger ages. And I think a lot of one of the reasons we wanted to start this club is because I had the opportunity to study abroad when I was in high school, and I was in Germany for about 5 weeks. And what I saw is that even kids who are coming through this tiny little club in this tiny little town in Germany, they still had a men's team. That's like, you go through the youth ranks, and if you keep playing, you stay and you play on the men's team, and you can represent that men's team. And that men's team technically has the possibility to move all the way up to the top levels.
Oh,
of German
wow.
soccer. So that's something that's a little foreign to American sports. It's like you've got 30 teams in the NFL, you got 22 in the MLS, and that's it. And one of the reasons I thought is there's a real gap. Like a lot of people stop playing sports when they get to a certain age, when they get to high
Mm-hmm.
school or somewhere around there. And especially once they get out of high school, it's like you're either a college athlete or you might like work out. You know, you might kind of be involved in fitness, or you just don't play sports at all, or maybe
Yep.
recreationally. But I think one of the reasons that we wanted to kind of do this is because people need to know that there are options to continue playing competitive sports even after high school, and it's not silly or anything like that. It's an opportunity to represent your city, and it's an opportunity to to connect with other people and to connect with your town really.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's good for your body, but it's also good for your heart and soul. Representing a
Yeah.
community, working as a team. I mean, these are always good skills we teach our kids, and it's still something you can keep carrying out throughout your life.
Mhm.
I love it, man.
No doubt. And those are just some of the values that we as a club hope to stand for.
For sure, for sure. Okay, you guys heard it, man. Union FC, super excited about it. It will be coming. You go to the website and they'll tell you everything else you need to know. I want to thank our special guest,
Yeah.
Cliff,
Thanks for having
for
me on.
letting us know, the GM over here. It was a great episode. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, share to our page, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Fan Club. It's your boy D Browse. We're out, folks. Thank you.